Good morning, girls. It's Thursday day, your favourite day of the week. My name is Carys the Hat, and you're watching Vlog a Latte. Okay, you mentioned about how you love my accent a lot. I find it so strange because my accent doesn't belong to any kind of place. I just talk like a weirdo. I mean, I don't know if you actually know this, but I'm not actually Scottish, but I've lived in Scotland all my life, so I kind of consider myself to be Scottish, but my family's actually English. And then also there's all these other influences, like how I watch so much TV, and in that respect everyone has an American accent, and so I'm kind of absorbing all these accents, and now I just talk like this, and it sounds weird to everyone here in the UK because there's no one that talks like me, but I talk like me, and I think that's cool. You also asked us what our favourite holiday is, and yes, mine is Christmas as well. The thing is, in the UK, like, there's not any other big holidays apart from Easter, but that doesn't, it's not really big for anyone apart from Christians. And I know that in the United States Halloween's a really big thing, but over here, it's not like such a big deal for whatever reason. So the reason that I love Christmas is kind of different for the reason that everyone else does. I love Christmas because everyone gets involved in it. It's not just Christians. I mean, sure, it means something really special to us, but I love that everyone else can get involved in it. And I know you're probably thinking, yeah, but the world has made it so materialistic, and yes, they have. But I just love that Christmas can mean something to every person. It's just one time of year where everything stops and everyone celebrates something. And even if that's not Christmas, it could be Hanukkah, it could be the winter solstice, whatever. I just think it's great that everyone can be involved in holiday season. I think it's awesome. And the other reason I love Christmas is because it's the only time of year where cheesy pop music is socially acceptable. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. Okay, that's enough of that. Claire, you're now Monday and you're doing the cool tech-free Tuesday thing. I think it would be really awesome if you kept us up to date with how that's going. I'm really interested to know how you're dealing with it, in a sense. I mean, I'm sure you're getting on with it really well, but I just want to see how different, like, what impact it makes on your life, is what I'm trying to say. And like everyone else said, I'm so happy that you're watching Doctor Who, even though you're really far behind. I have been watching it since the very start, because I am British and the majority of my family has a kind of history of watching Doctor Who. Like, my dad watched Doctor Who, my mum watched Doctor Who, all the way through their kind of teenage to adult life. But obviously the fact that my whole family watches Doctor Who doesn't make you any less of a fan, Claire, and I think it's amazing that you're getting through it. And actually, Matt Smith happens to be my favourite Doctor, and I know you'll probably think that's really weird since I've watched it all the way through, and I watched through David Tennant. And at the start of Matt Smith, I just loved him instantly, mainly because he reminds me of myself. He's like the male version of me. He's so clumsy, he falls over stuff, and he's just hysterical. So yeah, Matt Smith is definitely my favourite Doctor. But Claire, I so respect what you said about keeping your priorities straight. That's something that's really important in my life because there's lots of shows that I'm kind of in the middle of. Like, I'm in the middle of Heroes, and I'm also I still haven't seen the last episode of Sherlock, for instance, and My Little Pony. Yes, I watched My Little Pony. I'm still only on season 2. I'm taking all this stuff slowly because I don't want to get caught up in it and watch episode after episode after episode. And also, like Carrie said as well, it's so important to keep time for God as well as time for your family and friends and everything, and your, homework and stuff like that, Sharon, last week you asked me more about what I do with Youth for Christ, and I kind of forgot to answer that, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I do now. So, Inverclyde Youth for Christ work in 2 main high schools, Port Glasgow High School, which is the one that my brother goes to and the one that I used to go to, and also Clydeview Academy in Greenock. And so on Monday and Friday we run this club called Studio D, which is a drama club, and it's a Christian drama club in the sense that when we write sketches, we draw inspiration from the Bible. So it's not like openly preaching at the kids, but it's getting them to think more about life and stuff, so it's really awesome. Also in Port High and Clydeview, we run a sort of lunch club. The lunch club in Clydeview is on Thursdays, and it's called React. And it's just to get people all together to think about things. I haven't really been that many times, so I don't really know what goes on. Same with the lunch club in Port High, but we just kind of, it's all about building relationships with the kids. That's what it's all about. And all the kids that we work in high schools are between the age of like 11 and kind of 18. So it's quite a big age range, and it's really awesome to be able to work with those kids. I'm not really a fan of working with really little kids. I have been going to a group called Stepping Stones in Gurrick Primary School, which is like elementary school, but we call it primary, and they are the oldest group of kids, so they're P7s, so they're about maybe 10 or 11 age, and they're really cute. They're lovely kids. I really like the Stepping Stones group, but any kids kind of younger than that, I'm not very good at dealing with. I have no patience for kids that won't listen and will just talk. It drives me mental. But by far my favourite group that we work with at Inverclyde Youth for Christ is, it runs on Tuesday nights, and it's called Rock On, and it's a youth Bible study, and it's so much fun. Just so much fun, and we have amazing discussions all the time. It's just great. So yesterday, Carrie, you asked me about my dream job, and you said about how at one point I talked about being a historical researcher for movies. Yes, I would still like to do that. To be honest, like, there's just about a million things I would love to do. That's one of them. The other thing I would love to do is to actually direct historical movies. I would really like to make a movie based in Scotland in the kind of post-medieval era, with Orlando Bloom in the middle of it being a blacksmith, because in what movie is Orlando Bloom not being a blacksmith? In fact, Orlando Bloom is a blacksmith so often that I reckon he could actually just make a sword. And since the elves in Lord of the Rings forged their own cool swords, maybe Orlando Bloom actually made all the swords for the movies. So yes, I would like to be involved in movies, and I would like to be involved in historical research. I also said last week about how I wanted to be an archivist. I'd love to do that too. I would also like to be in youth work full time. Like, I don't know what I want to do. I want to do everything I possibly can in the world. Today is awesome because my brother is playing in the Greenock Festival, which is a kind of big deal. Basically what happens is there's all different age groups and all different classes and all different instruments, and there's like a class for every kind of age group and instrument. So my brother, he plays the trumpet, so he's in the trumpet grade 5 soloist class. There's not just solo classes, there's also classes for whole bands and wee ensembles, and there's like poetry reading classes and stuff as well, and like Highland dancing. Basically it's a big deal in the area, and my brother is playing his solo today, and I was going to go and see him. I had swapped my shifts yesterday so that I could work in the morning and be free in the afternoon to go and watch him, but then I got a text from the girl who I swapped with, and she said, "Oh, I'm really sorry, but actually I've got a scan later on today," because she's pregnant, which is lovely. So, you know, you have to do your normal shift, which is okay. So it means I have to miss my brother playing his trumpet solo, but he is doing that, so that's awesome, and he will probably win his class because he's amazing. And so yeah, Kat, I will see you tomorrow. Bye!